Wasn't streaming supposed to make everything simpler when compared to cable? And wasn't it also supposed to be cheaper? If there's one thing that's truly come out of this ESPN versus YouTube TV fighting over trying to make a deal, it's that these million and billion dollar companies couldn't give a shit about us. And that maybe the old model was better? I don't know. Let's talk about it. So we are going on to what might be the third straight weekend in a row where there will be no access to college football through the ESPN networks for YouTube TV subscribers. The NFL has not stepped in like many thought to get Disney to make a deal with YouTube TV to show Monday Night Football with the Cowboys playing last week and the Packers and Eagles playing this past week. Those three teams couldn't get a deal done. And it doesn't sound like a deal's coming anytime soon. This isn't the first time Disney has really twisted the arm of the companies they're debating with. And usually Disney and ESPN get away with it because fans just want to watch what they want to watch. They want to watch college football on ESPN. They want to watch college football on ABC. They want to be able to watch the games they want to watch. And that's not happening. But it feels like something has finally changed with what's going on between YouTube TV and Disney. And I have a theory of why Disney wants an absorbent amount of money to be able to show ESPN and all the sports networks on YouTube TV. And it's because YouTube TV, one, is the best experience for a sports fan that we have ever had. It, as many people have talked about over the past few weeks, it feels like YouTube TV was designed for the sports fan by the sports fan. With the multi-view, with everything, with the ease of changing in and out of games for the multi-view, especially with the custom multi-view this year. It is a beautiful product that'll record every game you want if you set it to record every game you want. It'll record F1. It'll do everything you need from it. But then you take out one of the broadcasters who owns the rights to many, many, many college football conferences. And you lose out on the ESPN games, the ACC network games, the SEC network games, and all the other games involved with ESPN. And it sucks. But you know what? As someone who covers college football, I wasn't going to spend the money on Fubo or Hulu, which is what Disney wants you to do. They want you to jump over to their networks because they own 70% of Fubo and they own all of Hulu. So they want to crush YouTube TV. So you then move over to their networks where they make even more money off of us. And they're trying to hamstrung YouTube TV to get people to move over to their streaming services. Sling has a $5 pass going on, but I mean, it's pushed me to watch more CBS Sports, CBS games, NBC. You could still get the ABC games on the ESPN app. I just can't push myself to resort to pirating games. It's just not for me. But I have a theory that the reason Disney is doing this is because of the disaster that is their direct-to-consumer streaming service. It's been an absolute failure. When WWE came in, leading up to WrestlePalooza, I'm a WWE fan, people didn't know if they were going to get access to WrestlePalooza. Disney paid a ton of money for the rights to WWE, thinking, oh, people will jump over. And for WWE fans, you saw a $4.99 subscription or $5.99 subscription for Peacock for commercial free. Jump to $29.99 if you want to watch the premium live events is what they're called now, formerly known as pay-per-views. So you saw the price increase by anywhere from 3 times to 6 times what you were paying. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched any WWE since they moved over to ESPN. A deal that wasn't supposed to start till January. But they pushed it up. And they took the product away from their fans. And WWE is now struggling with it because the fans didn't jump over. ESPN's questioning whether they made the right financial decision by investing all this money into WWE because they thought this passionate fan base was going to go over with them because WWE was as hot as ever the past year and a half, 2 years. And it's kind of dropped off, with the only bright spot being John Cena's retirement tour. Even they messed that up from time to time this past year. But that led to be an abject failure. I pay for ESPN Plus. I'm ready to cancel my ESPN Plus. I keep it so I could read some articles. There's 1 or 2 good stories every once in a while I like to read on ESPN Plus. But if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I probably wouldn't be subscribed to ESPN Plus. And then there's issues with, okay, I pay for ESPN Plus. I should be able to get access to the ESPN Plus games. But apparently people are running into issues where because they're YouTube TV subscribers, the app's blocking them from watching the ESPN Plus games that they pay for already. Really? Really? It's disappointing. And like, I didn't like missing the SEC and ACC games. There's been some great games the past few weeks that we have missed out on because of this. But I love Maction. And Maction is awesome. And it's so fun to be able to turn on the TV in November. And even if the teams aren't doing the best, even if it's not the highest quality of football, it's still fun to watch Maction on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. It's fun to watch the Sun Belt in October. And it gives you a different viewpoint of football. And almost more of the olden days of football when you're able to watch Maction. But I have not been able to watch a single Maction game because of this freaking dispute. And for the most part, people were siding with YouTube TV over Disney because Disney wants to raise the rates. And although YouTube's a billion-dollar company, they're not going to pay the raised rates. It's going to go on the fans. And they've already raised rates multiple times this year. And we're all annoyed as consumers. Because this was supposed to be a cheaper option. When I signed up for YouTube TV like 2 years ago, it was like $60 a month. It's up to $92 a month with after taxes. It's crazy. And then YouTube TV lost any fandom when rather than automatically giving the $20 credit they're adding, you now need to go and manually get that $20 credit. Which, is it that hard? No. But the fact that you promise this $20 credit and then sneak it into the link into an email when you could automatically do it just shows how broken the system is, and that these systems don't care about the consumer. They care about making the most amount of money. And I don't know where we go from here. I know Disney's trying to sell ESPN off because it's been a disaster since Disney really bought ESPN, and they have not been happy on the return on investment. I don't think I'm going to turn ESPN on. Even if we get it back, I don't think I'm going to turn ESPN on unless it's to just watch college football. None of their shows are good. SportsCenter is not what it used to be. And yes, there's some nostalgia factors. But one of the things I loved growing up was waking up before school on like 6 a.m. and watching the 6 a.m. SportsCenter with all the highlight clips. Everyone was talking about the nostalgia back for the Texas Tech game last week. I remember to this day waking up that morning and watching the highlights on SportsCenter when the show was geared around showing all aspects of sports and not just debates about MLB, NBA, NFL, the college football playoffs. There's so much unnecessary slop on the channel now. And it's just disappointing. And it's sad that we're getting screwed by this all by not having these college football games during one of the best college football seasons we have seen in a long time. And during a crucial part. If this goes into December and the college football playoffs happen, there's a chance YouTube TV subscribers are not going to get access to the college football playoffs. It's insane. It's disappointing. But at the same time, I don't want YouTube TV to just give in to Disney to then just see the price rate go from $90 a month to over $100 to $110 a month. Because I don't personally want to leave the sports experience that YouTube TV provides compared to all the other streaming service television providers, and cable just still pretty insane. It's sad where we're going. Everything continues to get more expensive, and no one's looking out for us. Can this be fixed? I don't know. Because these companies gave out these massive television deals to these conferences and now want a return on investment. When do the advertisers step in and say, wait, we're not getting the viewership we were promised when we signed these deals with y'all? So either get those 10 million subscribers back from YouTube TV, or we're avoiding the contract, which will cost Disney even more money. It's got to come to a head soon. It's got to end soon. But I remember, I think it was Dish Network was like in a month-long dispute with Disney a year or two ago, because I stay in hotels for work, and I remember not having access to ESPN and all the other networks for some games I wanted to watch when I was traveling for work. And that was consistent across multiple hotels for a period of time. I hope, but I know the consumer is going to get screwed in this. Just disappointing. I just want to watch some action. We missed an overtime game last night. What do you think? Where does YouTube TV and Disney go from here? How do you feel about these things? And do you think YouTube did the right thing with how they went about the $20 credit? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm disappointed in both companies. I'm disgusted in Disney, and I'm disappointed in YouTube TV just not doing things in good faith and just releasing the $20 credit automatically, because they lost a lot of their support with what they just did. As I was finishing up this video, I actually got something interesting in my Twitter DMs. I tweeted out yesterday how I was disappointed on missing action, and that's really the only reason I've been missing ESPN. And as I'm editing this video, DirecTV reached out to me on social media and said they're doing a 5-day free trial. So if you're a YouTube TV customer and you don't want to spend the $5 with Sling TV, go check out DirecTV's 5-day free trial. This is not an ad. This is not a sponsorship. I just thought I'd give y'all an alternative as I finished up this video of me ranting about the YouTube and Disney dispute right now. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. And as always, remember to embrace the grind.